Hello and welcome back to the stream. It is cold today. I finally got my thermometer working again and we are currently sitting at 11.1 degrees Celsius. That is inside the house, in arguably the warmest room of the house. So yes, it is cold. I'm always interested to see what sort of temperature the house gets to. It doesn't really matter because regardless, I'm not turning on the heater, for the most part anyway. But yeah, it was just a little bit surprising to see it get that cold. Normally it stays between 12 and 13, so to lose that extra degree again is, a little surprising. So, hence why I am in an hoodie today. There's only so far I can go before jumpers just don't cut it. So, in an hoodie, in thick tracksuits, and feeling honestly a little bit warm. I am used to the colder temperatures, so it doesn't normally cause me a major issue. But I've been surprised this year at how well I've dealt with the colder temperatures. It's been a little bit surprising. Anyway, we are playing a bit of Minecraft today. However, I do need to get off at about 4 o'clock. I've got some stuff on this evening. I'm starting a little bit later than I would have liked because I had something on this morning. That went longer than expected, so had a bit of a late lunch and late stream as a result. So in terms of what I'm doing, I'm not entirely sure. As in, like, what am I aiming to do today in such a short stream? Given that it is a short stream, I am rather limited in what I can do. As in what I can finish. So my thought was to potentially get started on just setting up, preparing for some of the more intricate create bits and pieces. So obviously I've got the windmill over here as more of a test system than anything else, to be honest. But it does work. But it's turning very slowly, and I don't know how much of that is because of the resistance given by the bits and pieces that I've got on it, and how much of it just is small surface area to work with. But obviously this is not enough for the sorts of machinery that I'm wanting to do. So I will create a windmill somewhere rather than this dodgy system. I want to create a windmill, but I need to figure out how create works. So for example, that mill requires me to, let me just get a knife. Might help if I spell that correctly. The mill requires me to press a Q button to throw the item out of my hand into the top of the mill. And then to get the stuff out, I have to click on it. That is obviously not able to be automated in that way. So the question is, how does one automate create? Because obviously that's not the normal way of operating. So I need a way for me to, in the long term, I'm going to have a way to automatically farm the wheat. So instead of me having to come and collect the wheat, it's going to automatically do that for me. It's then going to transfer that wheat into this device here. It's going to turn it into wheat flour. It's then going to push that wheat flour past this to turn it into dough, and it's then going to turn that dough into bread or pasta or whatever. So there's going to be multiple buildings. So how I transfer between buildings and things like that, we'll see. But that's the general gist. All of that needs to be automated, and I don't know how to automate any of it. So I think that's what we're going to work on today. So we might not use this one. So this will probably not last for much longer. I'll probably start building a row of houses along here. Villager houses, not my own. My own's going to be bigger and better because I am the lord of this village and I deserve a nice house. Anyway, that put aside, my house will take more space, whereas the villagers' houses will be more apartments. Not quite flats, but apartments. So let's choose somewhere to build a farm. It needs to be semi-flat, and preferably somewhere close to this building, just close enough to be within remote range. So realistically, anywhere within this is fine. So maybe what I do is I pull down this building and clear out this space. I don't know, it's on the coast, it's far away. See, I'd love to build this building today, but I just don't have the time to do it, to look at the video, to pay that close attention, so it's just not worth it. But maybe what I do, that's a lot of open, flat space there, so maybe I go and clear that out and turn it into farm. Or perhaps like down here or something. Yeah, actually, let's turn that. Or maybe there. Actually, that will work very well. Let's do it there. It will still be moved, but maybe that's a good place to put it temporarily because it's close to my working area. So let's go and build over there. So first of all, I need to figure out harvester. So I need iron plates, and these are casing. Okay, so that's what I wanted. I want this crushing wheel, because with this crushing wheel, I get increased experience, and I get increased ingots. Maybe. So crushing crimsite gives me 40% chance of raw iron and 40% chance of an iron nugget. So not overly good, but given that it's a stone, deep slate iron ore gives me 2 crushed iron ore, 25% chance of a third, 75% chance of a nugget of experience, which helps me with enchanting, and the cobbled deep slate, though that's only 12%, so that's rather small percentage. But I do need an enchanting thing to get that. More likely I'm going to put raw iron in, so it's just going to give me experience for some of it, but that's worth it. Crushing crimsite, crushing iron ore, crushing blocks of iron ore. Yeah, so that's not any better. And I assume the rest of the ores are effectively the same. So anyway, at this point, we're pretty much like this helps a lot. So it's worth getting these crushing wheels. But they're high stress, high impact. See, I need to figure out whatever that hopper thing is. Interesting. display. Maybe I work on the farming first and work on the... No, because I need the... I guess it's not getting me extra ore, is it? It's just giving me experience, which is helpful, but I can't do any enchanting till that building's finished. So, yeah, maybe let's do the thing instead. So, I need one of these, windmill bearing. So I need a shaft, andesite, or shaft, stone, and slab, wood slab. Shaft, stone, and wood slab. Then I need, what's that? Rolling mill. What's a rolling mill? I assume that makes flat rolling metals into rods and wires, so not what I'm wanting. I also need a harvester. Which means I need alloys, sheets, and an andesite casing. So there's an andesite casing. I need a hammer to make the sheets. I need the iron to make into sheets, and I need alloy to use for that. Given that, let us then, well, let's just build that first. Missing the items, the sheets. I don't know how I hit the K there. So I'm mixing a stone into slab. Okay. Let's get diorite. And let's get not a petrified slab, because I assume that's the issue. Right, now theoretically that's everything I need for a one wide arm harvester. I want more than one wide. So I want 4 mills. Actually, maybe I just upgrade that rather than setting up my own. Alright. Now I will set up my own. So I want 4 mills. No 4 harvesters. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4, but I've already had one. So that should make all of them I need. Now can I do this? Do I have enough? I'm missing the andesite casings, which I do actually have. So there's 5 worth there, which is good. 3 worth there, 4 worth there. So that's all 4. So that works. Now I need the super glue, presumably. We're going to walk out here. How am I going to get the goods in? I guess we'll just have it harvest into a chest and work from there. So this is the sort of area I'm wanting. Here's my walkway. And my game audio. Why was it only then that I noticed game audio missing? It's a little weird. And we will just start with wheat for now. So theoretically I've got everything I need for the machine. The issue is powering it. I need a windmill. We'll see how we go here. How am I going to power it? Well, actually, how do you power this? Okay. I'm not sure I need to power it. Okay, this is going to be an experiment that I sort of expect to fail. I need at least 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably wanted one back over here. I need to get rid of some stuff. Now, oops, it's not the one I wanted to put down there. I actually think I could power more off this, but no, just for the sake of it, we're going to set it up so that if I can power more off this, which I expect to be able to, I have that option. Not actually sure how I would do such a thing. Yeah, I don't think I can. Alright, for that reason, let's just make this as small as possible, and if I can find a way of doing it, then we can do that later. Now, I want fence. My understanding is that I can do this with anything. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'll then do is grab a chest. Just put it there. Yep, well, that sort of makes sense. As frustrating as that is. Okay. Where's that bucket? Let's get rid of that water. We're going to want to go another one down. Okay, so it doesn't like that block. Fair enough. Let us use log instead. Presumably it goes underneath. Does it go on the side? Okay. Seems a little weird to me, to be honest. Anyway, we are going to put 4 sails on this. I have a feeling that's not going to be anywhere near enough. Let's just look at the harvester. I want to ponder it, not look at it. Ah. A linear chassis. Okay. I didn't think I needed something. Okay, let's have a look at a linear chassis. Ah, so you don't need super glue, perhaps. So I could use super glue. Okay, so it just provides 2 different types of chassis. Rather than their orientation, they're 2 different types. Okay, different type or facing. Fair enough. So, how do you make them? Logs with alloys. That would make sense. Unfortunately, that means I need a crafting table here. So how many do I need? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 6, maybe more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's better conversion than I was expecting, which is nice. That actually is a little bit of a concern with the sail, because I don't think the sail will attach to it. Let's go to bed. There's a part of me wanting to just experiment until I get it. There's another part of me wanting to Google it. The Googling part is coming from the time constraints, but realistically I don't have to get it done today. I want to experiment. There are 2 ways of learning. One is by doing, the other is by watching. It is generally seen as the wiser course of action to learn from others, and I would agree in most circumstances. But there's also the fact that if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. If you teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime. And I feel like this is very much that sort of You know what? I don't think these casings are necessary. Well, let's grab the super glue. Right click the bearing with an empty hand. Idiot. Minimum of 8 are required. Fair enough. So, linear sail, windmill sail, needs 2 sticks, andesite and wool. I have some wool. Have andesite alloy, though I am running out, and sticks. Let's grab the sticks. 800 sticks. Youch. Do you think I have enough sticks? Let's just grab a whole heap, because honestly I think we're going to have enough. We're going to need to use enough. So that's 6 total. Interesting. Now, tap the structure. There we go. Now I don't think it plows. No. Alright, so let's get the bucket of water. Put that in there, then get the dirt. Then get the hoe. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. So unfortunately, I probably won't be able to test this today. Actually, I should be able to use some... actually, I will do that. I will use some bone meal to test it. Let's just plant some wheat. The fact is I'm going to need a lot of wheat, so let's plant the wheat. My understanding, it will harvest and replant. So this setup, the same size as the one I've already got, should produce a fair amount of wheat and seeds. Oh, you idiot. I needed the seeds, not the wheat. That's what distraction does to you. Now, just for the sake of it, do that. Wait for it to slowly get there, which won't be a problem once we get to once it finishes. Like this will be going no problems. Now, I actually think we're going to miss that external corner, and we'll see that in the long run. It will be quite obvious. There you go. That is now moving automatically. So we've got a smart chute, a sheet metal chute. They're immersive engineering. That's a quark. Okay, so a chute seems to be what I want. Transporting items downward via chute. Ah, interesting. How far? Okay, so my guess is, actually let's take them out just as a final test. We'll see in time whether that does what's expected. Don't know why I keep putting the torches away. So I think what I want to do is grab the windmill that I've got and just put it nearby. Move it out of that. No, I guess it's okay to be there. I have never gotten experience out of that, I don't believe. So, what I probably want to do then so adding more sails to that would speed up its milling process. But that's fine. This is more of a test than anything else anyway. So I want the millstone to be milling, but what I want is for some chutes. Sheet metal and iron ingots. I think I got rid of this crafting table. So I need hammer. I need iron. Not sheet metal, but iron. And look at that, we're starting to run out of iron. Sheet metal, iron, and alloy. We're out of the alloy. Right. This is disappointing. I just don't have enough iron. I've collected a fair amount of it, but I'm using a massive amount of it. It's a pity I can't use copper. Or otherwise double the iron that I've got. So, I also need andesite then. So, let's just do 4. Oh, it is nuggets. Okay, that's better. That's better. Alright. I only need 2 of them so far. Ah, I didn't need the andesite, funny enough. So what I want is to have chests. So I want a chest. I want a chute. I want the mill. And then I want another chute. And I want another chest. Right. Can I still reach that? Yes. And then I need to go to bed. Can I put it on top? Well, that's problematic. Alright, that's moving. Yeah, there are some problems with this. But once again, test system. We will accept the utterly stupid. Can I have some wheat, please? What I want to do is put the wheat up there. Whoa. That is fast. And I should see it appear down here. There we go. So that's the milling process automated. But then see, I should now be able to put all of that up in there type of idea. Not that one. And it will just slowly process it at whatever speed we're working at. That works awesome. Now theoretically, instead of coming out onto into the chest, it should come out here past this, which I could possibly also get to work. But that's getting more and more difficult because of angles and height. And to be honest, we're probably reaching the limit of the rotational force of this. I'd need more sails, probably. Is there a create water wheel? That's interesting. Yeah. So it looks like wind. Okay, interesting. So that's small, and that's also small. It's interesting that that's different to immersive engineering. So immersive engineering, the more water moving that you've got on the wheel, the faster it moves, and the more energy you then produce from it. So it's interesting that sorry guys. Wow, I've been playing for a while and forgot to change it over. 40 odd minutes of just me camera rather than gameplay. Anyway. That's really annoying. Missed all the stuff about the farm. Yeah, so now that you can actually see what I'm doing, I'll go and show you the farm in a moment, probably once it's daytime. This is the water wheel. The water wheel for Create only needs a single flowing water source, but apparently it produces small amounts of kinetic. So your steam engine provides a lot of force, your windmill is medium, and your water wheels are small. So from that point of view, I should have started with a water wheel. So maybe a water wheel is a better way to do the wheat. It's just weird. I don't know. That's really easy to make, I guess. So can I identify it's a speedometer? Why is that useful? That's all cool, but why do I need to know that information? Surely it either works or it doesn't. What am I missing? I feel like, whoops. I feel like I'm missing something obvious. I thought I'd moved, anyway. See, now that I've got one farm working, I want to go get the others. But it also requires a lot of iron, and I am limited in the amount of iron I've got. So, funny enough, I've got well and truly enough andesite. I'm heavily limited on iron. which I guess is not really a surprise. I'm always heavily limited in iron. Given that I've got nothing in my hand, there we go. It wasn't showing me what I had in my hand. Which frustrates me, but doesn't really surprise me. I actually wonder where that bug came from. Sad I don't believe that's a regular bug. They're all eggs. So I'm limited in what I can cook at the moment by how much of each of the produce I've got. Put them through. So soon once I get more of the farms up, I should fix that problem. Beetroot gives me red dye as well, interestingly enough. Potato. Nothing. It's actually a little bit interesting at how long that is taking. But I don't need it quickly, so it's not the end of the world. But it does show that increasing my output would not be a bad idea. It's just not critical. Now that it's daytime, let's go and show you the farm, the automatic farm. And I can only apologise for you missing the creation of it. But I'm sure you will see another one created at another time. There we go. It's powered by 9 sows because I tried powering it by 4 and it wasn't enough. This slowly sweeps the area, and every crop that is finished, that is hit by these, is collected and put into the chest, which I then have to come and manually extract. But theoretically, in time, you set a whole heap of these up next to a railway, and the create train comes past, stops, collects all the resources from it, and continues on. Then it would go back to my warehouse, deposit it into its storage there, and then another train would be able to take it from the warehouse to the windmill, to the take the dough to the or take the flour to the dough factory, which could then take it out to the bread to the bakery or whatever. So it's step one. Now that those two things are created, I'm not sure there's much else I can do in terms of that. I could make it go and automatically make the wheat flour into dough and then cook it, but at this point I don't want to. I think the better idea is the crushing wheel, because this actually, let's grab the wheat. I think even putting these through the big wheels are better. So yeah, there's a 25% chance, 25% chance. No, okay, so it's exactly the same. Exactly the same output. So realistically, it's just better to do that. Alright, so I want to learn how to make that, and therefore I need to make that. Which therefore means that, which needs that, which needs that. Nope. That, which means that. Okay, so I've got that. I've got copper and I've got zinc. So what I need now is a basin, which I've got everything for. Alright. Let's follow that through. No. So now down these are casing, cogwheel, whisk. So I need 5 iron. Do I have enough? Oh, I definitely have enough. I need the andesite alloy and casing. I definitely have enough because I just smelted another, what was it, 80-ish iron? It's just, this is my last bit of iron. I have no more iron after this. So it's enough, theoretically, to create this, but probably close to the end after that. So let's just hammer 15, because we are going through them. Actually, let's hammer the whole set. Now I need that there and those two there. That creates a whisk. Then I needed that, that and that, was it? No. What is a depot? A stationary belt element. Yes, but why? Okay, that didn't help me at all. Alright, let's go through this process. Cog, which was a shaft, and some planks. So I think it's, was it 4 planks? Might have just been the one. Just the one. Alright. With the casing with the whisk, that creates that. Then I need that for the basin. Then I need blaze for that. So just for the sake of it, put it over here as well with all the other stuff. Ah, the blaze thing looks at you. Interesting. Alright. Hang on. I need to power that. How do I power it? Same way as that. Alright. I think. Where'd Mr. Blazy go? I missed. Right idea, just one too far down. I actually don't think I have any. Brass ingot is a mix of copper and zinc. Do I have any zinc on me? I don't think I have any cooked zinc. Yeah. I keep pressing wrong buttons, but it is the ingots. Come back here, don't want to throw that away. So we'll go roast the raw into ingots. Let's grab some copper, which thankfully I do have in a mass amount. So, arguably though, how do you set what do you want to cook? Do I just throw some in there and see what happens? Well, they're both in there. The question is, how long does it take? Okay. So, in that case, let us disconnect that. Okay. Okay. So I need significantly more speed then. Alright. That is a disappointment, but to be honest, not much of a surprise. I was wondering when I would reach the limits of this system. Where'd the mill go? Yep. It's 3:41. I've got a little bit of time. Alright, so let's try then. Because this is going to be a problem. If I can't create enough rotational speed to run that, then we're definitely not going to get the crusher working. So what I want to do is build multiple of these. Ironically enough, where was that speedometer? Andesite casing, andesite casing, and a compass. Do I have a compass? I feel like I do. I do. However, I feel like I'm out of andesite casings. Which is not the end of the world. Is it logs? I think it was logs. Let's grab some logs, because I'm fairly certain it was logs. Okay. Attach it to a log. What am I missing? Does it have to be stripped? Is that what I'm missing? Dark oak. Okay, it would appear that it has to be stripped. Okay. Well, that's definitely working, so that's good. Now I needed an andesite casing. I needed a compass to make the speedometer. And no, I'm just going to make it here, I think. So what I'm going to do, I want dirt. Dirt is just so much easier to rip back up. So we are producing nothing, which does make sense. I need to move this whole thing back. So let's move it back to here or so. Now, my understanding, given the picture, is that the water has to be at the bottom. And it's at the top. That is not correct. But that produces very little. If I then... Nope. That's producing no extra power, which makes sense. But is this then producing extra power? Arguably no. However, there is some stress issues. If I then pour water that way, breaks it, and breaks it again. Because my water is running the wrong way. Huh. I didn't realize that was the wrong way round. I guess that works. Okay. So the next question is... Whoops. What does that do? That also makes sense. So let's do that. That is not helpful. Okay. So the question then is, what does adding two of them do? It makes sense that adding another one doesn't actually increase speed. Theoretically, it could increase... so it should increase torque, but not speed, which is the issue I'm having. More wind power could increase torque, or a bigger wheel. But even then I have a feeling a bigger wheel won't actually increase torque. Will increase torque rather than speed. large water wheel draws force from adjacent moving water. Covering additional sides will not improve its kinetic output. These rotate at only half the speed, but at better stress, which is not what we're wanting. So to increase speed, so how do we increase speed? Alright, so I don't want... So kinetic stress then is torque. So I don't want water wheel, so I want a lot more of these, is realistically what I want. So let us take that down. So the water wheel, which I have, so I guess I may as well use now. So for the sake of the argument, we're going to pull this up. We're going to pull this entire water system up. I don't know what. Move it up to the so the water wheel, the large water wheel. So the mixer takes moderate stress. And what do the crushers take? High. Moderate. So the millstone might actually not move under the mill. Okay, so that's something to test. Let's grab that and that. And obviously the mill. What we want to do is set up a water wheel here, which I think needs 5. There's my water. What I'm going to do is put the gearbox there. Not in that orientation, however. Put the water wheel on it there. Actually, for the sake of making it look better, let us give it a bit of distance. I've got the shafts, I may as well use them. Because then I can attach the large cog. Which is moving significantly faster. Then I should be able to build that whole contraption. Fine. build that whole contraption there. Ah, that's not what I thought I was grabbing. Let's just put all the wheat flour, rice seeds, all that sort of stuff in there. Okay, so that should mill a lot faster. Thanks to that. You know what? Let's just give these guys a feeding while I'm at it. Now as to this. I probably need to move the whole thing forwards. So I think we're going to move it higher up into the sky. What we're going to do is build it up. Actually, no. No, that's a bad idea. But I think we will build it up here. So, do I seriously have to pull all this down piece by piece? Whatever. So I'm going to build more sails and try and make this longer and more sails. So I should significantly increase its surface area, which hopefully will result in a corresponding massive improvement in I was hoping that would work, and it did. Alright, so now I want want a log. I then want a trap. Got spruce there. It's a long way down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we just have to figure out how to do the ones below. And then fix the top ones because I put them on the wrong end. No. Ouch. Had I been thinking faster, I possibly could have saved myself from at least part of that fall. That's better. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's better. Which actually means I need to be on the other side of this, if I am correct. Oops. Very nice. Alright, now sails. I need wool. I need sticks. I need andesite, which I think I already have. Yep. It's a pity it doesn't change the colour. So, I want, so it's 5 by 3, so it's 15 per arm, which means I want 60. Let's have a look at this. So I want 60 all up, which I don't think I'm going to have enough for. Alright. That should be enough extra. There we go. Let's put these up. Now my understanding is they go this side. Let's try and get So there is a risk that the device I'm trying to run off this is actually too powerful, and that while I may finally get enough speed, I may actually not have enough kinetic force, and it may break it. Which will be very annoying. How am I getting through that? There we go. The question I have is, how did I get one up there? Don't even know how I managed that. Alright. Now I need the super glue after removing that. Let's come down here. Let's not come down there. And what I want to do is remove that one. Then I will grab the super. Now I'm not sure whether I need the windmill as well, or if that will work. Apparently I need to get to it. Look at the rotational speed on that. That windmill is significantly faster than my original attempt. I've got maybe 10 minutes left at a push before I have to go. That windmill looks better. It is spinning the wrong way though. We can fix that relatively easily. That's not what I wanted to do. Ouch. That's better. Right, now let's get us a... I want leather. Where? Still over there. Fair enough. What's it called? A belt? I'll put that on there. We'll put that on there. And we'll put that there. And we'll put that there. Now we can get rid of that. Then what we'll do is we'll lay that along there. And yep, add one more there. Before grabbing that. And that. And I need another one of them. So it's a gearbox. I need a vertical gearbox. Fine. And Andesite casing and 4 cogs. So I should have the andesite casing, but I do need the 4 cogs and obviously the crafting bench, which I think are 3 back away. So let us grab one of them. Andesite casing, which apparently I'm still holding. Yep. I've got planks. No. Not sure how I managed to miss out on the planks. Alright, so let's put that down. Let's put them there and them there. I need 4. Actually, I need a large cog for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then what I want to do probably that. Remove that. Why did I need that? Yes, actually I do need that. Right, let's just grab that. Grab that vertigo box. Put that there. Excuse me, sir. Please move it. Because now I can put my big cog. That's one too low. Alright. Which now means that right there, I think underground, go that, the basin and the mechanical mixer. Hey, there we go. Now in terms of that, we'll figure that out later. I might move these around. So let's get that and not the andesite alloy, but that. What? Okay, and with that, we give up. It would appear I need even more speed, which I might be able to get through gearing. But I think realistically that's it. No. So that doesn't change how much rotation I've got. Okay, so that's more what I want in a chain drive. Yeah. Alright. So, how do you make a chain shift? With an electron tube. Okay, at least the chain drive's easy. Rose quartz is redstone with nether quartz. Alright, that's it for today. I have to quit pretty quickly so that I can go get ready to leave. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that mixer working to get brass, but we should get it pretty early next time we play. So, sorry about messing up early on too, with not swapping over to the game view, which is a bit disappointing. But such is life. I will catch you all next time I stream, which looks like it'll be tomorrow. We'll have to see. Alright, thank you very much for joining, and I will see you next time.